30 seconds and counting.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. It's Anish. I'm joined with Drew, and today we're going to be talking about which prospects the Texans should look to draft in the second round. As y'all know, we had to have the 37th pick in the NFL draft as well. We've been talking a lot about first round draft picks and prospects that are projected to go in the first round, but not a lot has been said about players that will go in the second round, where there is still a lot of talent available down there. And so, Drew, what players do you like at pick 37?
Yeah, so I mean, this draft is super deep. I genuinely believe you can find any player from like the first, 7th round. I know it's very rare to say, but the three main guys we're going to be focusing on is Tariq Woolen, the cornerback from UTSA, Breece Hall, the running back from Iowa State, and Christian Watson, the wide receiver from North Dakota State.
All right, so let's just go ahead and start with Christian Watson. For those who don't know him, Christian Watson's a wide receiver. In 2021, he had 43 receptions, 800 yards, 7 touchdowns, and he was also used in the rushing game as well. 15 rushes for 114 yards and 1 touchdown. He's been absolutely climbing. His stock has been absolutely climbing. And Drew, what do you want to say about Christian Watson?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, his stock is rising. He's a guy who really could squeak into the later part of the first round, but I think that he'd be a perfect pick at pick 37. The reason why I like him is because he's 6'5", 210 pounds, who also ran about a 4.3 40-yard dash. He was like a 4.29, something like that. But what the Texans and Lovie Smith are going to try to do with Pep Hamilton is a lot different from what it was, with Tim Kelly. Pep Hamilton's going to have extensions of the run game with short passes, a lot of power run, deep vertical, big plays as well. And you're also going to need a guy that can block. Christian Watson, if you look at the film, he is by far the best blocking wide receiver in the entire draft. There are plays where you see him sprint down the field even faster than his running back to make the play, make the block. There's one play where he runs past his running back to make the block about 50 yards down the field, and he's the sole reason that North Dakota State was able to score the touchdown. He's the elite blocker with the elite speed, elite athleticism, who can just absolutely take the top off you. He does need to work on his release packages and his route running, but just his speed alone makes him such a good deep threat. And like Anish said, he did have some rushes where North Dakota State literally run him at running back, where they ran, wide zone, stuff like that, kind of in the Deebo Samuel role. So for me, his comparison would be like a Deebo Samuel would be his ceiling, and his floor is just kind of Will Fuller. He did have a little bit of drop problems the prior year, but Will Fuller was a deep threat, was always able to take top off the defense. I feel that's an accurate comparison. And Christian Watson is a player that could be a future star, in my opinion.
Yeah, I absolutely love watching Christian Watson. I just want to show a few clips that were shown at the Senior Bowl. Just look at this athleticism and shiftiness. He does kind of fall here, but look how fast he just moves. This is absolutely incredible. And he loses the DB with ease, and does end up making the catch right there. Also, another clip that I like, Carson Strong throwing to Christian Watson for a big game. You should see him getting that ball right there. So although on deep passes he was struggling a little bit, he does show some good contested catch ability right there. That was a spectacular catch by him. So you can see why he's been moving up the ranks from third, it was first to start off. He was 5th round pick, draft prospect, and then now he's considered in the second round. It's absolutely crazy. So yeah, like you said, blocking wise or athleticism, definitely worth a shot. And we're the Texans, we're gonna have time to develop him and things like that. So, and with we have a good coaching staff, so not worried about that. And the next player on our list is Breece Hall. Breece Hall, if some of the stats last year, he absolutely tore up like opposing defenses. He had 253 rushes for 1,472 yards, 5.8 yards per attempt, 20 touchdowns. He's also used in the receiving game, 36 receptions for 302 receiving yards, and also had 3 receiving touchdowns. And the best part of his stat line that I love is 0 fumbles. This guy can protect the ball. Drew, what are your thoughts on Breece Hall?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like he's kind of the all-around running back that any team should be looking for. He can do it all. He's able to catch the ball, but his best part to me is his vision and his balance, ways he's able to control himself. The Texans are running a lot of power, a lot of gap scheme, running the ball, and he's gonna be able to find the space because that's going to be the main part of our offense, and he can really play all 3 downs, which is important. So when you find a guy like him who's got decent speed too, not necessarily elusive, but he can break tackles. But yeah, great vision, all-around back. Really love what I see in Breece Hall. And a lot of Texans fans have been asking for a running back. Texans haven't drafted a running back since Donta Foreman, which was, I think, in like 2017 or 2018, something like that. It was a long time ago. That's just drafting a running back in general. So Breece Hall has the potential to be, I might say, a superstar. He's got all the traits that you want in a running back. I think that he might be a really good fit for the Texans too.
Absolutely. And like I've seen some mocks where he's fallen to 68, but honestly, I've seen Daniel Jeremiah, one of the respected analysts, he had him going in the first round to the Bills. And so second round is not a reach for Breece Hall by any means. And so yeah, I would absolutely love him. What we have right now are just like stopgaps on the roster. No real like franchise running back per se. I just want to show this like this highlight is one of my favorite highlights of Breece Hall. Just watch this clip. I'm not gonna say nothing. Yeah, just absolutely insane how he just like gets through all of this like traffic right here and cuts to the outside. Just like, I know Drew, you mentioned elusivity, but in this clip he showed great.
Yeah, he has good elusiveness in there.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
Yeah,
I know
I think
it's
he
like
needs to
a
develop a little
small
more
sample
long
size.
speed.
Yeah, but I absolutely love that from Breece Hall. I mean, he's gonna be a star, like you said. And the last prospect we're going to be talking about is Tariq Woolen, cornerback from UTSA. This past season, he had 25 tackles, 17 solo tackles, 1 interception, and 5 passes defense. Drew, what are your thoughts on him?
I feel like he's just a sleeper. A lot of people think that there's better cornerbacks available, and this is a relatively deep, cornerback class. So I could see about 8 to 9 players being good additions and starters for teams. But Tariq Woolen is kind of what we call the unicorn kind of athlete. Christian Watson, definitely a unicorn, but Tariq Woolen is insane, just like him. Tariq Woolen is 6'4", also ran a sub 4.3 40-yard dash. I cannot tell you how hard that is for someone with the length that he has, being 6'4". That's crazy. But Tariq Woolen is an insane athlete. He played football, basketball, and ran track, which hence the really fast 40 time. But he also started playing football as a wide receiver, which I think is really interesting. It kind of gives him solid instincts, playing on both sides of the ball, good feel for the routes receivers may be running, good feel for zones and where you need to be, which I really like. I think he has a lot of good size, length, and athleticism. He's definitely a willing tackler from what I've seen. He can definitely play a lot of press coverage too, just kind of using those hands and length to his advantage, which I think he does a really good job of, considering he started his college career playing wide receiver. So I know it's the second round. You want to take, a guy for a fact can be a starter, but I feel like at this point, his traits and his instincts that he brings to the table, along with his athleticism, he's almost about as perfect of a fit. You can think about it in Lovie Smith's system. He has the length, he's a willing tackler, he's athletic. There's good corners in this draft, but I would take a chance on Tariq Woolen. I think he's going to keep going up those draft boards. I think a lot of people are going to fall in love with him, kind of similar to me. But yeah, Tariq Woolen, he's got it all. And with a little bit more development, the sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, and Nick Cassero was at the UTSA Pro Day himself, so probably got a good chance to look at Tariq Woolen. I'm just gonna show like a few clips of him here, just like like the things Drew was talking about, good instincts and just things like that, man. Like look at that timing just for that pass breakup. And look at that, how willing of a tackler he is. He's absolutely destroying this quarterback here. Just insane, man. And that's an interception from him. So yeah, I feel like he'll play very like penalty-free football. Like that's definitely those are the kinds of players we need. And just like look how hard hitting he's willing to go. So just like the things Drew mentioned, absolutely great prospect. I know a lot of people want like Sauce and Stingley, but there are so many good cornerback prospects in the early second round as well, if we do choose to do that. And I have a feeling that Nick Cassero might want to move up into the second round too. Like, yes, 2 third-round draft picks. I mean, you best believe Nick Cassero is going to do everything he can to trade up. Maybe if he sees like one of his favorite players falling on the draft boards. And as far as some of these signings you see, like the Texans also signed Devonta Freeman. They signed Deshaun Hamilton. Those are depth guys. They're not gonna really move the needle as far as like who you should really like draft, as long as they're like more or so like the best player available for you. And so yeah, I just want to say that. Drew, do you have any final thoughts before we wrap up the video?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The Texans are in a situation where they can go best player available. I know a lot of people are skeptical on where you take running backs, but I think Breece Hall is a good example of if you feel he's the best player available, you just go ahead and take him. Same things for other running backs like Isaiah Spiller and Kenneth Walker. If you feel he's the best available, you take him. Or you take these really talented guys like Tariq Woolen and Christian Watson, who just need a little bit of refinement in their game, but a lot of their issues are things that can easily be fixed at the NFL level with NFL coaching. I think that's really exciting. The Texans are in a really good spot, and we'll make sure to get some more prospect videos out for y'all, just so you can see who the Texans could be looking at.
Yeah, and we can definitely make a part 2 to this video if you guys like content like this. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank you all for watching.